My name's Steve Mills, and for the last 30 years, I've been helping small businesses to become more effective, to make more money through sales and marketing. If you think about business, there are only two ways of making more profit. And since the purpose of a business is to make profit, those ways are reducing costs and increasing sales. That's it. And I'm here today to talk to you about a way of increasing sales. It's using a piece of software. Now, I've used lots of software over the last 30 years, CRM software, email marketing, social media software, and so on and so forth, SEO software. And I can tell you that this software I'm about to show you, I think is the best in the world. I say that not lightly, but I say it because I believe it's true. And I've used what I used to consider the best in the world. And then this new one came along, and I think it's even better than that one was, if that makes sense. So the new one, we have become a reseller for. So I can sell you this. And we've white labeled it. We call it the Results Mastery Hub. But in the interest of openness and honesty, it's not ours. It belongs to an organization called Go High Level. Okay. Now, if you want to go and buy this from Go High Level, you can do. I believe their current rate is $97 a month. However, we sell it for $50 a month. Sorry, £50 a month, I beg your pardon. So it's a little bit cheaper from us than it is even from them. So if you want to buy it or you want a conversation with me about it, then by all means get in touch. Now, let me tell you what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to show you the social media side. So in the interest of keeping this video fairly short, it's going to be about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes, something like that. I'm not going to show you everything else because that would take probably at least an hour, maybe more, because there's a whole lot to it. There's probably, I'm going to estimate that there are 30 different really useful tools all in one place, not you have to go and log into this software, then that software, then the other software. It's all in one place for you to use to grow your business. And the bit that I'm going to show you is social media. So without further ado, just give me a moment to share my screen and set things up so I can show you. Oh, we're working a little bit slow here. It's probably due to bandwidth, but there we go. We're actually on there now. So you can see here, you got all this stuff here, loads and loads and loads of things. I'm just in this little section here called marketing, and I'm in one of whatever it is, 7 different things within that called social planner. Now, let me just clarify exactly what this is before I show you what it is. So, one of the problems that a lot of people have with social media is time. There's 2 problems, I'd say. One is what do I write, and the other is lack of time to do it and how long it can take. So my take on the time. Let me talk about the time factor to start with. So typically, what you have to do is you'll produce some words and you'll go into LinkedIn and you'll post them on your personal profile. You might then add them to your company page. You then go to Facebook and add it to your personal profile, and then to your group if you've got a group, and you might also add it to your company page on there. Then you go over to X and add it in there, and then perhaps Instagram, YouTube if it's a video, TikTok if it's a video, and so on and so forth. So that's going to take a whole range of time. You know, I don't know. Let's say the writing and publication, 20 minutes, and then another 20 minutes putting it to all those different places that you want it to go. There's also a problem with convenience, the time. What time do you want it to go out? Because, you know, sometimes you might want it to go out on a Sunday morning. And you might not necessarily want to work on a Sunday, or it might be that you sell things on a business to consumer market, or perhaps you sell things at the other side of the world. Perhaps I'm in the UK, so perhaps you want to sell stuff in Australia. There's very little point posting it at a time when it's the middle of the night for them. So you might want to post it at different times in order to attract different people. Posting something at 9 o'clock in the morning when your market's America ain't a good idea, because they're like, for them it's either 4 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the morning. So they're not going to get that many views. So all these things taken into consideration, what this system does is it allows you to schedule things. So you can say, right, I want to post this out to loads of different social media platforms, and I want it to go out on Sunday morning at 10 o'clock when everybody's eating their cornflakes. Okay, that's when I want it to go out, which is great. Now, the real icing on the cake, it could be that this particular post is something that's not really doesn't have to be a one-off. If it's a post, for example, promoting an event, I might want it to go out every day the week before the event. So I can schedule it to go out at 9 o'clock in the morning for the next 7 days. If it's something that's of real value, say, for example, I've produced I don't know, a report on how to use LinkedIn to grow your business, and I'd like to put that out to people on an ongoing basis, I could set it up to go out once a month for the next 2 years. Okay, so I can schedule in advance, and I can multiply schedule. I can do it. Is multiply a proper word? I'm not sure. Perhaps somebody can let me know. But I can get it to do it again and again and again and again, either scheduling it every day, every week, every month, once a year, or I can do things like schedule it every 2 weeks, something like that. So there's lots of flexibility in it. So without further ado, let me just show you what you do. So the first thing you're going to do is upload your socials. So connect things. So we go in here, we click on that. And here's where you can connect to various different sites. Now, what it doesn't tell you here, but you can do, is connect multiple pages. So in Facebook, for example, I've got my personal page, my company page, and my group. On LinkedIn, I've got my personal page and my company page, and so on and so forth. So you upload those. Once you've done that, they appear here. I then go into creating a new post. So I click that there. I go to create a new post. And the first thing I need to do is to tell high level where I want this to go. So I can either select them individually like this. I want it to go to Google. I want it to go to my Facebook page here. Or I can just go, do you know what? I want it to go everywhere. So if I click that to go everywhere, I'm not going to do a video, so I need to just remove TikTok and YouTube. And I click there, and there we go. So I can now type in my post, whatever it is I want to write. You can see underneath, I can make it bold, italic, I can add emojis, I can add a picture, which I generally tend to do. So if I go in there, click that, that goes to my pictures that I've got within high level already. You can see those there. I then select a picture. Which one shall I select? I don't know. Let's select this one. I'll select that one there. Okay. I then go to double click on that. And then in a second, there we go. So you can see here, these are all my pages here. Yeah. And if I write something of interest in here, then I'm good to go. But let me just show you this here. So there's probably a website that you're already fairly well acquainted with over here called ChatGPT. Well, within ChatGPT, I've developed something I call, let me just click on it. Let's get rid of that. Why does that come up? I don't know. I'm going to click on it. And I'm going to go to new chat. And then I'm going to go to see this here, my Results Mastery Advisor. Now you can access this and you can pay me £25 a month to access this fantastic tool. It's built on ChatGPT. It's £25 a month, which is about the same as the ChatGPT Pro. But with this as an extra, you get all my knowledge and my information. So all my reports and tips and trying to think what else to my reports, tips, links to my website, my blog, my podcast, my YouTube videos, and so on and so forth. So you get loads and loads and loads of info. And I've got to tell you, it is unbelievably brilliant. So I can go in here and say, can you write me 30 social media posts to be delivered over the next 30 days, all about how to get more business using your website? So I click that. It gives me an opportunity to change things. Assuming I'm happy with it, I just go in there and hey presto, in the next few minutes, I'm going to get this. Yeah, so I've got a nice social media post here. So I'm going to take that just by way of an example. And there we go. Copy, go back into a high level here. Paste that in there. It's missed out the white on your website salesperson there, and I can make that bold. There we go. And I can do anything else I want with it. I can upload a video and so on and so forth. But you can see now what this is going to look like here. I'd probably make some amends and changes, but once I'm happy with it, I need to think about what I want people to do. So here there's a link to my website. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take that link and I'm going to add it into Google My Business. So I'll just go in there. What shall I say? Learn more. So I'm going to say learn more by going to my website. So that's a good thing to do. Everything else looks okay. So what I'm going to do now is to post it. Now, when I click there, you'll see I've got several options. I can post it now. I can schedule it to go out later today or later next week, next month, and so on. I can send it to somebody for approval, right? If you work for somebody and they need to approve it before it goes live, you can send it to them. And you can schedule in advance, which is what I was talking about now, or you can add this post to a selected category. I've never used that one. This is the one I tend to use. Let me just show you this because it's fantastic. So we go in there, I click that, and I say, right, okay, so this information about your website. And by the way, when it comes from ChatGPT, I'd always recommend A, you check it, B, you put your spin on it, try and alter it in some way, to make it yours. And that tends to, I believe, really help. Because I think the best combination is machine and human, not just machine and not just human. So that for me is my advice with that. So I then go, right, okay, look, well, let's send that out every week. and it's going to go out at whatever time, so I'll keep that the same. And then I want it to go out actually a couple of times a week. So I'm going to have it to go out on Tuesday and on Friday, let's say. Okay. Now I look at when I want it to go out. Well, today's the 11th of February, so that's not a Tuesday or a Friday. So we'll have it on the 13th. Probably not a good day to have it for those of you who are superstitious. But I can then click to go here, and I'm going to have it to go out to the 10th of April. So we've now got something that's going to go out twice a week on Tuesday and Friday from the 13th of February through to the 10th of April. I then schedule and post that out. I'm not going to do that because I haven't checked it, and I want to do that and add my own sort of comments and take on it. But that's it. And do you know what? I mean, that alone, I think, is worth more than £50 a month in terms of the time it saves you and the value it provides. I use this part of it probably makes me somewhere round about, I'm going to say 50 to 60 grand a year in profit as a result of doing these posts that I do all over social media. And altogether, on LinkedIn, I'm winning about 100 grand a year from LinkedIn. So, this is a great tool if you use it. That's the key. I've got a couple of people who are members who are just not using it. They're not taking advantage of it, either because they don't know how to use it, or they're not using it to their full ability, not doing enough. And that's really important, that you don't post on there once a fortnight. That's not going to get you anywhere. That's like going down to the gym once every 3 months. You might as well not bother. What you want to do is to go down to the social media gym every day and be posting at least one thing, possibly multiple posts every single day. But anyway, that's another story. Thanks ever so much for listening. And if you do want to know more about it, go to my website, go and have a little look. You can see a more in-depth presentation on there, or get in touch with me. We can set up a meeting. I can answer any questions that you may have. Things like tie-in, there's no tie-in. Sign up, pay your money, £50 plus VAT, 60 quid. Get to use it. Every week I do a free Q&A on Wednesday morning, so you can log in and ask me any questions, and I'll try my best to answer them and provide some form of support. I will tell you, I'm not a support person. I'm not an expert in it, but I'm a pretty good user, and if I can't find out how to do something, I can go and do some research for you and see if we can come up with an answer. So that's it. Thanks very much for listening, and speak soon. Bye.